Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing a project using the new Craft a Flower Tulip Full Bloom layering die from Altenew that I picked up at a cherry on top. These have quickly become one of my favorite new products. So much in fact that I have now done this as a subscription through Altenew. So it's I think $30 a month, so I always get the newest one. And this was a cherry on top order, and I've done one set per order for like a few orders, just because I was like, okay, now I need the next one, and now I need the next one. And you know, it's funny though too, I know you'll also think like, oh well, that means you've done like 20 projects with each set, and it's like, no, I have only done, you know, the one or two, but I know I have it in my arsenal to go back and do. And so this is me also doing some prep work. So I have run through the stencils, the dies that come, so everything sits in here. And so I've done one set with the purples, and then the stems in the pinks, yellow, and then the light pink. So I took out some of that, like showing you how to do all that off camera. I just was watching one of the Tim Holt lives and kind of cutting out the pieces. So we will put the flowers together. So I'm going to make a purple set, a pink, obviously yellow, and light pink. We are going to do some blending to give some variation. So we will do some ink blending on them with probably some oxide inks to get a little bit of the variation, you know. So I'll pick like a darker purple, a red, an orange probably for this, and a hot pink for that, and we'll do some of the blending before we glue them together. So I just wanted to show you the prep work that, you know, obviously I didn't want to show you me cutting all of this out, so I just did. And believe it or not, this is a great way to use your scraps, because I was going to do like pattern paper ones too, but I found enough solid papers that I was able to cut them out. And then for the little centers of the bulb, I did it on black glitter paper, just so because I had a scrap of it, and I was like, you know what, that'll be a nice little sparkly bit. I don't know what we're going to do with them, but we're going to have enough tulips. Maybe we'll make a 12 by 12 with them. Maybe we'll do some cards. I don't know the next part. But what I will also preface, I was also playing with some embossing folders. So I have these two from Tim Holtz. Does it say the name? Does it say the name? No. Okay, of course it doesn't. But it's the one that looks like wood and the one that has like this cobblestone. And then I recently picked up with this embossing folder, which is from Lisa Horton, Background of Roses. And what I will say is that with my manual boop, boop, boop machine, I don't have the proper plates to fit it through to get a good impression each time, because these two came out different. So with the wood one, it's not enough pressure. It wasn't like done thick enough. You can see how it's like faintly there. So that stinks. But then when I added more like cardstock to the back, I got a way better impression with the cobblestone one. You can see that impression. And then this one is the thinnest one even out of all of these. I don't know why these Tim Holtz ones are so gosh darn thick. So the first time I did it, it barely had pressure down here, but it was good up here. And then I figured it out a little bit better and got two good impressions. So we could use these and make some cards, you know, with these little tulips on front of it, because I was playing with this first. But we'll see. So this is just on standby. If not, I'll just, you know, use these for some art journaling pages later. But just to see that I was playing with my manual die cutting machine, like, because once it's out, I just have it out and I'm cranking it. I'm like, what else can I make? What else can I smush and cut out? So let me grab some oxide inks for these, and let's get to doing the blending. Okay, so the ink blending will commence, and all I did was really just, you know, take my blending brush and rub some color on it. I wasn't trying to be really realistic with it, just trying to get some variation on the petals. So, you know, if you were trying to ask me like, oh, well, if the sun hit here and then the shadow would be here, no, I wasn't thinking about any of that. I was just getting variation on the petal. I'm just being honest, and you see I just have like a gum, like a drop paper underneath it, just to kind of get the excess. And this took a little bit of time, it did, but it was fun because I was able to play with some color and more art supplies. This is definitely one of those moments where I just played and played and played. And so how I mentioned before, I'm either going to make a bunch of cards with this, or I'm going to just make a 12 by 12 layout. But then as I get to constructing them. And the process for this, it's called a keyhole system. So each flower has a either keyhole or a triangle center point, and that's how you'll know which layers go on which. And actually they're also numbered, so they do say 1, 2, 3, and 4. So they make it very, very user friendly if you haven't played with these in the past. Hence, I've fallen in love with them. I now, even now, since having this one, my Altenew subscriptions come in, and I think I've gotten my second set for my subscription, and now I have like these 3 from purchasing at Cherry on Top. So they're definitely a favorite, and I'm just a flower gal, so any flower will do. So I do start attaching all of the stems as well, and I was going to do all the leaves, but I stopped on the leaves because I wasn't sure how I was going to need them or arrange them. So I was just putting them all together first, and then we were going to start auditioning out what kind of project I wanted to do with them. Like I said, the 2 options were initially cards or 12 by 12, but in the end you'll see that I go to my favorite size, 6 by 8, and I'm telling a story in my All About Me album, and it worked out better anyway. Like, I always say, like, when I want to do something that's going to be like easily like chronological, I love my 6 by 8. I don't know what it is. The past few years, if you've been around, I just love 6 by 8. So I had went through my stash and I found a card that says I am becoming the best version of myself, and that will become a flip up with some journaling underneath it. I don't think I show you that part on camera, but that's how I altered the layout afterwards to hold some sort of journaling. The pink tulip, I did on the right side, I did put on one of the textured backgrounds that you saw me, the one that has all the flowers from the Lisa Horton collection. So I cut that card in half, made it into a 3 by 4 card, and so that will be a decorative element there. And then the other 3 by 4 card is a piece of vellum that was also in my stash. I believe it's an Allie Edwards one. And then the yellow open tulip looks fantastic on there, so that gets stapled on that one. And then so it's a black and white photo over there to fill out the last the 4th 3 by 4 card of me and Valentina when she had gotten her upper teeth extracted. They were loose and they were moving and causing pain, and she had to have the lower ones extracted, so the upper ones, we were not shocked, also had to get extracted. So that was the photo moment. And then the big large 5 by 7 is just a recent selfie I took when us ladies have a good hair day. Oh, I snapped a photo, believe it. And so I love the way it looks. I printed it just as a 5 by 7. And now I'm just auditioning out pattern papers to kind of be a little bit of a bookend to this side and what looks good with the tulips. And I do like that pattern paper, but I went with this watercolor-y wash one instead. I felt it let the tulips pop a little bit more against it rather than having the busy illustrations of flowers also in the background. So I just did, this was a scrap as you saw, so I don't know, I think it might have been like 3 inches wide, maybe a little shallower than that, but just enough to kind of give some interest to the layout. And I have all these tulips now decorating the outer left edge of this 6 by 8 layout. So I X-nayed the purples because I like the way the pinks and the oranges all look together. So the purples I actually do make some cards with, so we did do some cards in the end, but I just love the way how all the pink, yellow, and orange tulips look together along this side. And then I take the time to tuck and fold all of the leaves into the crevices, I guess you would say, or all the little tuck spots that a leaf could be, to make this the background of this a little bit more interesting. You did see me make that one journaling card into a flip up, so the journaling goes there. It's just not shown on the on this video portion. So once all that was said and done, here I am working on the card that I make with the purple set of flowers. The texture in the background is great. Now don't get me wrong, I left it all white. I just felt like they popped the best that way. I'm sure we could have done something with watercolors or sprays or paint splatters or something, or some ink blending, and that too could have lent itself to a beautiful card. But for the sake of me being a very amateur card maker, the fact that I just even have this one ready to go is happy enough for me right now. And I do punch out a sentiment with an Altenew set. I think it just something simple and, you know, kind of general, nothing like happy birthday or something. But now I have a card ready to go, and it's oh so pretty. Okay, that will wrap up this little fun moment. I did one card front. I'll put it on a card when I need it, or maybe I'll actually just use it as a tag. Look how pretty that is. I'm in love with these flowers. So I made a little pocket card featuring two, used one of those embossed file folders, and my journaling will go in here, and then decorated this whole little selfie with all of them as well. Now I could do any other embellishment, maybe a title or something, but for now I am so happy with it. It is good the way it is. So I will leave linked down below the layering set from Altenew. I did pick it up at a cherry on top, and I did get the embossing folders from the website as well. So for those two products, I will leave it linked down below. So thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, everyone, bye.